I got to tell you, there is almost no need for us, Brock, today to do a wrap-up video. Everything you need to know about this show came in 2 interviews. Kirk Herbstreit and John Schneider, GM of the Seahawks. Those two guys took about 40 minutes of the show, and that's really what you got to go listen to.
And when I listened to Herbstreit in particular, his raving review of Steve Sarkisian was his ability to communicate, his ability and his experience in the NFL, the CFL, the college level. I thought Kirk really brought some wisdom there as to why he thinks so highly of Steve Sarkisian.
Well, that and the fact that he said we may be getting College Game Day week 3 here in Seattle, which would be awfully exciting.
You know, the other thing is you asked the callers at the end of the John Schneider interview, did it change your mind on anything? And actually now we're, 20 minutes after it. The one thing that changed my mind and was one of his last comments, I really feel like now this was a move to make a move. I don't know why, but when he said, really, you 2 steps forward, maybe you go backward, maybe you get away a guy that played on the field a little bit, but it gives you flexibility. And as many moves as this team has made, and he said it. I didn't say it. He said it. Whether it's a year from now, a month from now, this weekend, and they've got to try to acquire somebody that's going to be wanted by many people. There's teams, as he said, the Minnesotas, the New Orleans, that are stacked at positions, and other groups want them. St. Louis wants them. Arizona wants them. All of a sudden, you have a conditional 4th-round pick to trade in there. Mm-hmm. I feel like maybe this was a move to make a move.
Now, the other part here is whether or not you actually agree with the move by itself. And I started off the show by saying I didn't. I think Josh Wilson's a playmaker. I struggle to find another guy in that defense last year who was more of a playmaker than him. And it doesn't mean he was going to be number 1 this year. But when you see the Kelly Jennings make a team, you see Jordan Babineau still on the team, and then you see Josh Wilson traded away, it's just hard to stomach as a guy who was hoping for this defense to make some big plays this year. I think Schneider did a very good job of addressing some of those concerns. Doesn't mean I'm fully convinced, but certainly, Brock, you can see the philosophy. To check out those entire interviews, click on the podcast page. They were both in the 11 o'clock hour. We'll talk to you tomorrow.